All right, in this video, I will be doing your integer practice test, and these are questions 10 through 20. Hopefully we get to 20. All right, if you needed help with 1 through 10, there is another video available to you, so I just wanted to make that for you. So let's go ahead and do this. So in the first video, I think I reminded you that the word product means to multiply. So when it's asking you to find the product, it means for us to multiply all of these numbers. Don't get overwhelmed. You don't have to do them all at the same time. We're just going to go the first two numbers in the front. So I'm just focusing on these two. Don't worry about the second half. We're just worrying about those first two numbers. So we have -4 times -9. Well, according to our document that we have here, when we are dealing with multiplication and division, 1, multiply or divide like normal, and then determine, do they have the same signs or different signs? So in this case, we're going to multiply like normal, and they do have the same signs, so my answer will be positive. So 4 times 9 is 30, oops, sorry, wrong pen, is 36. And then again, I know it's positive because my signs are the same. All I'm going to do is bring down this times -2. So now we have 36 times -2. So multiply as normal. We have 36 times 2, which if you do not know off the top of your head, that's perfectly fine. We can do that right over here. 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 more is 7. So our answer is 72. However, my signs are not the same. So according to my cheat sheet, it says if the signs are different, my answer is now negative. So this is a -72. Question number 12. This one's nice, only two numbers. -23 times +6. So let's go ahead and do this over here. I do not know that off the top of my head. 23 times 6. 6 times 3 is 18. 6 times 2 is 12, plus 1 more is 13. I'm so sorry, my brain's working today. 6 times 2 is 12, plus 1 more is 13. So 23 times 6 is 138. And then I have to determine if this is positive or negative. So are my signs the same? They're not. So because I have different signs, my answer must be negative. All right, we have another one where we're multiplying three numbers. So from the past, I told you just worry about these front two. That's all you care about for right now, just two numbers at a time. So we have -1 times -17. Multiply like normal. So we have 1 times 17, which is 17. And then my signs are the exact same. So same signs means a positive result. So this is going to stay to positive. Now I'm just going to bring down that times -15. So my steps say multiply as normal and then determine the sign. So let's go ahead and multiply as normal. So 17 times 15. 5 times 7 is 35. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 3 more is 8. And then we're going to go ahead and move on to the 1 over here. So we're going to put a placeholder. 1 times 7 is 7. 1 times 1 is 1. We'll just add 5. 8 plus 7 is 15. 1 plus 1 is 2. So we have 255. But my signs are up. They are not the same. So because they're not the same, that means this must be a negative result. So it should be -255. All right, divide. So now we're going into division. So I know it's been a while. So just like multiplication, divide as normal and then worry about the sign afterward. So we're going to divide as normal. So we have 54 divided by 9. I do know that 9 goes into 54 6 times. It's just from my multiplication skills because 9 times 6 is 54. So now I have to determine if this is a positive or a -6. Because my signs are the exact same, this is going to be positive. Woohoo! All right. Divide. Negative 72 divided by 9. So let's go ahead and divide as normal. I do know that 72 divided by 9 is 8 because 9 times 8 is 72. Now I have to determine if this is a positive or a negative 8. Well, my signs do not match. They are different. So if I have opposite signs, that means I'm going to have a negative answer. All right, now we are back to subtraction. Evaluate is the same thing as solve. So again, we have 3 numbers here. I am only focused on the first 2. Go ahead and just block that other one out of your brain right now. We don't need it. So we have 47 minus 35. So when you do this math, it is going to be 7. I'm sorry, it is not going to be 7. It's going to be 12. My brain's working. It is 12. So we have 47 minus 35. And now I'm just going to bring, which is 12. Now I'm just going to bring down this minus 12 here. Hey, we can do this pretty easily. 12 minus 12 is 0. And we don't have to worry about positive or negative because 0 doesn't, it's a neutral. Okay, one more evaluation. So many. So we're just going to worry about these front 2 numbers. So we have a negative 10 minus negative 10. So this is subtraction here. So we have negative 10. This is keep, change, change. Negative 10 plus positive 10. I'm sorry, positive 10 plus positive 10. Well, now we just have a 10 plus 10 situation, which is 20. I'm going to bring down everything else. Now again, I'm just going to focus on these first 2 numbers. So we have 20 plus 8 is 28, bringing down this 12. And then 28 minus 12 is where we get our final answer. And you can do that right over here if you want to. If you want to stack them. 8 minus 2 is 6. 2 minus 1 is 1. So our final answer is 16. All right. One of these, so it says which expression equals 24? So in this case, where it's a bit of a order of operations or a GEMS or a PEMDAS situation, but we can just go ahead and try to solve each one. So I'll show you. Something like this might not be on your test. So we have 4, we have to do what's inside our parentheses first. So we have 4 minus 2 is 2 plus 3. Well, I do know that 2 plus 3 is definitely not 24, so it's definitely not A. Now we have a parenthesis situation being multiplied to 3. So 2 plus 4 is 6 times 3. Okay. And then 6 times 3 is 24. And it doesn't say which expressions. It just says 1. So there is only one answer. I do not even have to bother solving the rest because I've already found the one that's 24. 2 more. What is the quotient? Quotient means division. And it even has that cute little division symbol here for you. So first, just like in your cheat sheet, you're going to go ahead and divide as normal and then determine the sign. So let's divide as normal. 10 divided by 5. I do know that 5 goes into 10 2 times. Now to determine the sign, that's where I use my rules. If the signs are different, then I'm going to have a negative answer. So it's just negative 2. Last one of the practice test. What is the quotient? Again, that means division here. All you have to do is let's divide the numbers as normal and then worry about the sign. So 9 divided by 3. I do know that 3 goes into the number 9 3 times. And determine the sign, I need to look at these signs. Well, they're opposite. They don't have the same. So this is going to be a negative result. And I grabbed that from using that cute little cheat sheet right here. You are welcome to use this. It's definitely a great tool. Like I said, use it like a recipe. Eventually you won't need it. All right, well, I hope this video was super helpful. Again, if you want 1 through 10, they are available to you in another video.